So we're back and we are looking at Audacity, and this is the free program that we just downloaded. You can resize the window, as you can see here, make it smaller or larger. I've included a few audio tracks to show you the basic layout of this audio editing program. Now up here at the top you see your controls. These are your audio meters that'll show you how loud your tracks are. These are the selection buttons. These buttons right here will show you the different tools that you'll need to work with your audio channels. Now each one of these sort of mirrored double lines going along here, these are the audio tracks. You'll see the name of the audio file in the top left corner, the type of file that you're dealing with, and your mute and solo controls, and I'll show you about those in just a moment. Audacity is very easy to work with once you understand the interface, and it's easy to manipulate your sound files, chop them up, add effects to them, copy them, paste them, move them around. All those things are possible with Audacity. But I just wanted to show you basically, if you've never used an audio editing program before, this is a good way to visualize what's going on in Composer when you're working with audio tracks. You notice along the top there's a 0, 15, 30, 45, 1 minute. That's your timeline. This is seconds. So at 15 seconds, everything that's happening at this spot plays. And then as the tracks pick up, they stop or they start as you go along the timeline. So the blank spaces in here, you'll notice there are spaces where there's nothing going on, like between these four similar sound files. There's nothing going on before this starts. These correspond to the add weight behaviors that you're going to add to layer and create sort of an artificial soundtrack in Composer. Suppose you wanted to create a sound file in Composer using 3 different sound effect tracks. Okay, say this one here at the top is 1, this one here would be 2, and this one here would be number 3. Well, for your track number 1, you would want to add a behavior that would, have a trigger, supposedly maybe a user touch behavior. So you have an object where the user touches it, and let's say 15 seconds in, this sound effect starts. So what you want to do is you'll add a wait behavior as the first condition of your if-then. So upon user touch, then add wait, and the wait would be 15 seconds. And then the second effect would be play audio instantly, and the target would be this track. So basically what that means is that after 15 seconds, this audio track will play once and then stop. Alright, now suppose you wanted to add a multiple soundtrack effect. Alright, you go in and you label your industrial, whatever this soundtrack is, and you give it the effect of track number 1. You go in the audio editor and you call it track number 1. And then maybe this one here is labeled track number 2, and this one may be track number 3. And that means that Composer will place all 3 of those soundtracks or sound files on a different track, which will allow you to play them at different times on the same page. They can all be of the same type. In other words, they can all be sound effects, or they can all be music. And it doesn't really matter because it doesn't know the difference between one or the other. But you can designate it as music or sound or speech or a sound effect. But then if you give each effect a different track, then you're able to play each of the 3 on the same page. Alright, now in the next video I'm going to show you basically some of the controls for using Audacity as an actual audio editing machine, and then I'll get into more of how to visualize that in Composer in the following video. Thanks very much for watching.